At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Well, what is this?
Welcome to the LadyGang.
That's amazing. Say that again.
The LadyGang.
Things are about to change around here.
Each week, we catch up with Hollywood's hottest girl posse, Kelty Knight, Becca Tobin, and Jack Vanek.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to LadyGang. I am Becca Tobin here with Jack Vanek and Kelty Knight.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Sloth.
Sloth.
Oh, no.
What is that thing?
Is that
You
new?
have a stuffed sloth on you.
This is what Chris got me for Christmas. It's an emotional support sloth. It has weighted paws, and I thought when I saw it on Instagram and said this would be a great present for me, that you could heat it, but you can't. It's just a weighted sloth that sits around you as you work.
I do love the heated
I know.
things.
I don't want Sloth to know that I'm disappointed in Sloth, but
you know what? Just throw it in. I mean, it's too big to do anything with it. You should have known that couldn't have been heated.
I know. But you know who loves to snuggle with it is Callie, and that makes me happy.
Oh, that's cute.
Cutie,
Yeah.
cutie.
Cutie.
All right. Well, it's time for...
Good week.
Yes, it is.
Bad week.
Oh, no.
Tobin, how was your birthday?
It was great. I'm actually just so distracted by the color of your skin, Kelty. Every time.
Are you really?
What do you use?
I know. Have you showered it off?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is this a new tan that you did last night?
Well, I put a little bronzer on this morning.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah.
the light?
Maybe it's your light.
Let me
I
put
don't
the
know.
light,
I
like,
mean, you're
cooler.
like literally 10 shades darker than both of us.
Yeah. But I am always jealous because I can't
Is
get
that
that
better?
tan.
Hold on. You're a little fuzzy. Hold on.
She's coming in slowly. There she goes.
Oh, yeah. It is, actually. I think it was a light. Like, you're still tan, but your light was a little, dim.
She's going on vacay.
Vacay. Well, are you going on vacay?
No.
Oh, I was
No,
like,
I mean,
that's so good
her
for you.
skin says so.
I know. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at my skin.
This is a
guys.
mess.
I'm
It's the
not
best.
really that tan right now.
I feel like I've started like 3 of the last 5 episodes with
complaining
commenting
about my spray tan, which is
Just-
like, take the hint, Kelty. Just be pale.
No, it looks fine now that the light's on it.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, that is my good week, is that Zach really surprised me in New York with, a ton of our friends that flew in to celebrate. And it was very fun. Like, it was a good 48 hours. I'm glad it was no longer than that because I had to rewire my brain in the moment of seeing all these people walk through the door because I was planning
thinking
on
that.
getting like 12 hours of sleep while I was there,
Mm-hmm.
I also didn't pack for like a rager. I packed in like cozy. If I knew I was celebrating my 40th birthday with like 15 friends, I probably would have worn something sluttier.
I saw you in that Oxford shirt, and I was like, she really had no idea this was happening.
No idea. Not
Well,
to
when
say
you
that
were, go ahead.
I could have always defaulted back to the Oxford shirt because like I know myself, but I didn't even have the option, to change my mind.
How many people ended up flying in?
Oh my God. Like 7?
And you had no idea. So what was the gig? He told you we're just going for drinks?
Well, yeah. So we finished dinner. I knew all along that our friends John and Joey were coming with us for the
Correct.
weekend. So we went to dinner with John and Joey that night. And then after we finished dinner, we had like one drink at the hotel bar. And so we're sitting down at the hotel bar because it was still like kind of early-ish. And then we're just sitting and chatting. And then they all like walk through the door. I was like, what is happening? Because I look and I was like, oh, that looks like my friend Toby. And then I look next to her and I'm like, oh my God. And then there's like a 6-foot tall like glamazon that looks like Stacy. And I was like, you idiot. That is who is walking through the door. So it was like my brain, it was exploding. It was very
How's the
sweet.
planning? So Zach did it all?
Zach did it all. I think he just sort of a
What a
couple
guy.
months ago started talking. When I said a while back that I just wanted to go to New York, I think that's when he at least had something to work off of. Because before that, I couldn't even decide like where I wanted to be, if I wanted to do something, if I didn't want to do something. So like when I committed to New York, like a cozy New York weekend with 2 of our friends that we hadn't seen in a while. That was like his jumping off point. So he called all the friends and almost everyone was able to make it. The only one of my best friends that couldn't be there, aside from like my 2 childhood best friends, but my friend Megan who lives in LA, but she has a 7-month-old daughter. LA to New York is a real bitch of a flight. So those were like but everybody like really did make it that could make it. So
And
it just came just for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys end up raging?
Sweet.
What'd you do?
Yeah. I mean, Friday night when they got in there and then we started having like more drinks because no one's going to bed at that point. And then we ended our night at the Box, which is just such
Oh my God. What a throwback.
And that's it. It
I didn't
felt
even know
appropriate.
it was still there.
Oh, it's still there.
Oh
it
my
felt
God.
appropriate because of it being such a throwback. And, you know, I don't want to.
Is it still crazy? I used to
Can
work
you describe
I think
the
it's
Box
crazier.
for people that don't know?
Okay, so the Box is this place in New York. It's a very like underground, but back in the day, every time you went in there was a celebrity, like an
Leo
A-lister.
was there
always,
every weekend.
always
It was
with
the
a
place to
hat
be.
on and sunglasses. Like everybody, there were couples that would go because it sort of started off. It was. I don't know if London was first. I think London was first. And it's this really raunchy show, like really raunchy, like nudity is the least of the raunchiness type of thing. Like you see genitalia. It's wild and it is quite dark, you know, because the part of you that's sitting there watching is just thinking, it's the feeling you get that some people get at a strip club where they're like, I can't enjoy it because I just start feeling for the girls, like wondering what brought them here. And listen, I think there's a lot of empowered strippers and it's amazing. But I do know there's a handful of them
I'll tell
that
you
are
what
probably
brought them there. Money. We needed to pay our rent.
right.
Well, wait, is the Box burlesque? I can't remember.
It's
I think
burlesque on crack. It's like, I mean, it was when I did it was topless. Like the most I ever did was like wear like X's on my boobs and dance
Did
around.
you work there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
but now I think like I also saw someone like birth something out of their vagina. Like it's like
yeah,
nasty.
It's wild. Like it's really wild. The acts, it's kind of like an act. Everyone has an act, and each one gets more and more insane. And you know, you look around the room, and I think when you're young and drunk, you don't really take it all in. But then when we're sitting above, like in those little balcony seats. I think when you're older and you're just looking down and you're just like trying to send a lot of like light and love to all of these young people who are so fucked up. And it's also like a scarier world these days.
Yeah.
So, you know, I had a great time, but I also will never go back for the rest of my life. You know?
Okay, but did you feel loved? Did you feel happy? Did you feel overwhelmed with the text messages on your birthday? Did Zach get you a present? Tell me all the rest.
Well, Zach had gotten me like early present a couple months ago. So he had gotten me a watch a couple months ago. And he had gotten me this like little garnet ring not little, it's pretty big. It's like my birthstone ring. And so
Cute.
He had already done all of that. And I would have killed him if he had also gotten anything else. Because it was like we stayed at an expensive hotel. Like we had expensive dinners and he paid for everybody for brunch the next day. And
damn,
I just felt like, you know, it was good because my nightmare is melding groups of friends together.
I was thinking about that too.
It's like that's why my wedding was so hard.
You.
I know.
All we do is think about you.
The second I saw that Instagram story, I was like, oh.
Yeah. The good thing is that it wasn't too many groups coming together and most people already knew each other and it was small and like intimate enough. But the reason because I was like, why do you care so much? Like, why do you hate the idea of all these people coming together? It's not like you have like this secret that only one group knows and you're afraid you know what I mean? Like the amount of anxiety, you would think I have like a double life and I don't want my wives to meet. But what it really is that I have been at so many obligatory events for friends, whether it's a wedding or a birthday. And I want to be there and I want to celebrate the person. But like 9 times out of 10, I spend the majority of my night talking to one of their other friends and having small talk.
Yeah.
And it sounds really shitty, but I don't want people to take off a weekend from their lives, their kids, fly across the country and then sit there and have to like small talk with someone that they've never met before instead of like dance on a dance floor with me.
Yeah.
So that's what it is that I know how it feels to be in that position. And I wanted everybody to just have a really good time.
Yeah.
And they did. And they did. And everybody there was cool. It's not like anybody had to talk to like my grandma. It's like a different vibe, but it was really nice. I did after our rager on Friday night and we got down to brunch on Saturday. And that's when he also had like a few of my best friends from New York. It was a big brunch, right? Like a larger number. And at that point I was like, everyone's hungover. This is a lot of people. This is a lot of new people having to talk to each other. I did have a little tinge of I can't enjoy this as much as I want to. But then that was like the only, and then I'm just being brutally honest. Everything was so thoughtful and so lovely. And I felt very loved. And it's like he had to plan something for everybody to do that day. And then by dinner and all that stuff, it was all like off to the races and wonderful. But it was just wild.
I think it's just like the responsibility. It's like how I felt at my I guess how you feel at your wedding, where it's like
Yes.
responsible for people's good time. And you're like, I don't want to f this up. Like, I want to
Yeah.
make sure everybody has fun. It's like a lot of pressure, even though
It's Becca Tobin
it's
on
not
the
a big
dance
deal.
floor at her wedding. We'd only been there for an hour. She'd be married an hour and a half, and she looked at me and said, "Can I go yet?"
No, I said that to Joey too. I said, "Is it time?" And he's like, he reminded me of that this weekend. He's like, it was 9:30, and I told you it was still going.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
you know
I'm
what
glad
it
you had a
is?
great time.
It's just like I
Yeah.
want to be the guest at the thing celebrating the person, because then it's like you can go and off and take a nap and go to the spa. But like I'm not going to do that when these people flew in for me.
No, too much pressure.
But I wouldn't have done it any other way. I think it's really important to really make a big moment of these milestones. And so I'm going to have way better memories of this weekend doing this than like having slept 12 hours and had a massage spa, you know?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it was good.
Aw.
Yes, it was. And you guys sent a very beautiful gift to Zach. I mean, for Zach to give to me while I was there. And I was really glad he gave it to me at the beginning of the trip, because I was like, I get to wear these all weekend. It was really gorgeous earrings, like beautiful earrings from that company, Dorsey. I think we put them in the newsletter last week. But it was very thoughtful and very my style. And so I was able to wear them all weekend. So at least I had those with my Oxford shirt.
Okay, great.
Dress them up, baby.
I love them. I love them.
Okay.
So yeah, it was super sweet.
Cute.
Oh, I love it.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Not
My
to go
bad
back to
week?
me for a minute, but
Oh, go.
I do want to let you know that I'm not this tan. I put my bronzer on in the bathroom with no light on, and I put too much.
Well, you like a heavy, when you do your DIY, it's very heavy-handed.
And you could pull it off. You can.
And I also think it's because I pulled out a Huda lip balm from like 2016. It's the matte. It's the matte one. Okay, sorry. Not to go back to me, but I do
Well,
look
I'm sorry.
ridiculous.
I didn't mean to make you self-conscious. It was just like so funny to watch 3 white blonde women, but like not all white at the moment.
One of us is not. No, also, I'll tell you what. Okay, so I'm going to my Grammys fitting today, and I'm wearing a naked dress to the Grammys. And I learned from fittings of the past that I cannot go to a fitting ugly. Because then I just hate myself more and I give up. So I'm having my hair down. I have a tan so that even when I go to the fitting, it's like trying on a wedding dress. I can like see the vibe.
Envision it.
Anyway, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
You don't have a bad week, right, Becca? Because everything's good.
I do have a bad week, and it's like it's short, but I knew all along I have low testosterone, okay? And because I did all that blood work.
Low T.
I have low T, guys. I did all that blood work, and I kind of assumed it was like dipping, right? Because I mean, I'm still getting my period. I'm not like menopausal, but I didn't realize. So I got like a 14, and you're supposed to have like 35. So I'm going to have to look into some sort of testosterone cream, hormone replacement, whatever. But I hear that your hair falls out, and I hear you get acne. So I'm really in this spot where if anybody in the LadyGang has done some testosterone, please reach out, because I'm scared. But then there's people who say it changed their lives. They had so much energy. Their sex drive was great. So I need to know risk versus reward.
Damn.
Because guess what? The sex life is not going to be great if you have acne.
Right. Or losing my
now
hair.
You're a teenager and also a senior citizen.
Balding. Yeah.
You know what? It's just so f***ed up to be a woman.
So
like,
f***ed
give
up.
us a goddamn break.
Give us
You
a
know?
break. Yeah.
Like, be like, oh, you have to take this testosterone, but it's fine. Your hair is going to get shinier and your skin's going to get nicer.
I know. Nope.
There hasn't been an issue with men that hasn't just been completely wiped away for them, you know?
Truly.
Oh, you can't get your dick up and you're 90? Let's give you a pill. We've spent years and years and billions of dollars to make sure you could get your dick up. But guess what? Your wife is going to have a dry vagina and
acne.
Be dead.
And we'll cover yours with
Dead
health
inside.
insurance no matter
Right.
what. But
No
then
matter
if
what.
your wife can't get pregnant, it's going to cost $40,000. So
Bingo.
there we go.
Bingo.
I'll go next.
Bullshit.
So the other week, my bad week was that my Google image picture, when you Google Jack Vanek, was from a screenshot of a TikTok of me holding a Labubu. There was definitely some face warping going on from whatever AI thing Kelty had on the video. Somebody let me know that my Google image picture has changed.
Yes.
So I don't know how, did you do this, Kelty? I can't imagine this was on your to-do list. Now, when you look up Jack Vanek,
She's there and she's hot.
From 2017, it's very old, but it's changed. And I don't know who listening works at Google that made this change for me, but it changed like pretty immediately.
It's constantly changing.
It is?
No.
Then why would they pull that old picture up?
Mine hasn't changed in years, and my manager had to go in years ago to like change my picture for me. So I don't know.
Maybe
Let me
it's
check if mine
changing
is the
because
same still.
I'm changing my things.
And it's just like by proxy
And
changing mine.
We're by proxy, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. This is better than the first one. But again, my second one is still my old emo picture, which I love.
I love that.
Like,
and that's what I want for you. I don't want that to go away.
No, I'm like, let them know where I came from.
Exactly.
My bad week isn't really a bad week, but it's Hilary Duff is on tour. Like she's doing a big tour and she's playing these rooms in Europe and whatever. And I was watching some of the videos and I was dying because she is the epitome of like, go on, girl, give us nothing still. And she's
Go
like,
on, girl, give us nothing. I've never heard that in my life.
What?
Never heard that. That is
oh my God.
the best thing I've ever heard. I mean, that's my whole life.
Yes.
You are go on, girl, give us nothing.
Well, people used... What?
Yeah. No,
people used to say that about Dua Lipa, and then she like really took it to heart, and then now that's why she's like such an incredible performer.
And she does the like little like she's like the little dance break
shake.
time, and Dua Lipa is like
go on, girl, give us nothing. Wow.
But you know how Hilary Duff has it's that one performance I think she did on like GMA with the this. So she does that, or she did that one of the nights, like kind of making fun of herself. But then I was watching other videos of her like dancing, and it literally is just like her hand moving around. And I was thinking about it and I'm like, she literally dances how I would dance if I was a pop star on tour. Like
it's how you danced at Backstreet Boys.
Yes. It's
very
low energy. Yeah.
She's
very low energy,
girl,
barely
give
moving.
us nothing.
And I was like, wow, I really do connect with her but like that would be my nightmare. But she's out there having a good time. But she's like, I don't need to learn anything. I'm just going to wave my arms in the air slightly. And people love it. So I'm like, you know what? Yes, go on, girl, give us nothing.
Yeah, it's bold. It's bold to go out there and do, and this is not just her, it's just in general. The days of Britney, I mean, Britney used to give us a lot like choreography wise, but the days of doing live performing and not being really fucking good are sort of done. But because Hilary has such a massive fan base, like I missed it. I was a little bit too old to like understand.
Yeah.
I know.
And so I do, but I'm like, is she their Britney? Because I can't think of anything for our generation.
Still.
I think it's just bold to wear a bodysuit and then not do like the killer dancing.
Yes.
Like it's like if you're going to wear a double fishnet shimmer tight bodysuit, I'm expecting some Beyonce level, you know what I mean? Like a bodysuit to me as a poppy girl signals hot dance break.
Yes.
So Hilary's in this bodysuit and she's just going girl, but and it doesn't matter because her voice actually sounds incredible. Like I don't know what the mix is. Like I know she has a really good voice, but it's like her voice, it sounds exactly like the records. Like I'm like, okay, go on, girl, give us full voice.
Yeah.
And then a bodysuit and just like a walk. You know what I mean?
Can I tell you who? Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to say, I know this generation's Britney Spears, and I don't know if you guys know who this is. Do you know who Zara Larsson is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I used to go to influencer events with her.
Really?
this is the wildest thing to be watching, because I have since probably 2015, maybe soon, maybe earlier, have followed her on Instagram, and I've been following her
the whole rise.
The whole
her
ride.
Rebrand is so
genius.
It's insane. I see videos of her from last year or from 2024. She was wearing like a silver like chainmail dress, pale as hell, like short hair. And then you see her this year, she did her whole rebrand based on like a meme that somebody made about her, because it was like this dolphin. It was one of her songs, and it was like a dolphin jumping through Lisa Frank shit. And she's like, I'm going to make that my entire brand. She's an incredible singer. She sings live. She's an incredible dancer. Like, I think that she literally is like Britney Spears energy, and she's like the only one doing it. I
think
her.
so too. I love her too. And it's such a testament to, if you're actually extremely talented, if you just hang in there, just hang in there. I mean, music is really hard. There's a lot of really talented people, but I do remember being like, this girl's beautiful. She's cool. Her voice is sick. Like, she's a good performer, and just being so bummed out watching her not break through. And then I saw something on like Instagram, not even because I follow her, but I was like, wait, Zara Larsson. This is the same person who I was having to go to like weird influencer events with. And she like brought her dad to one. Super cute, but I'm really happy for her.
No, she's like a Barbie doll. I'm like obsessed with her. I will not skip a video of hers, because I'm like, she's incredible. Like, it makes me so happy. And she's like, literally everything about her brand is like so happy and colorful, and like, she's like a Barbie. But anyways.
I love it.
I digress. Did I do both? Oh yeah, I did. Anyways, Kelty, your turn.
Okay, my bad week, just going back to the tan one more time, I decided I have made an error, and I want to draw the line in the sand and let you guys know on LadyGang that I have made the error about the naked Grammy dress, but now I'm too far gone to go back. So I decided that, who the knows what's going on in Hollywood? Who the knows what's going on with my job? I'm like hanging by a thread, but like also crushing it at the same time. So it's a very strange world to be in, because outwardly I'm like, oh my God, all this, I'm living a life of abundance. And then I'm also like, but in May, so anyway, I was like, I'm going this award season. Like, if they're going to ask me to go, I'm going. Chris Knight is going to be there. And David, my hairstylist, who only wears short shorts, is like, I need you to like actually wear something sexy. Like, you always look like a doll and ridiculous and sequined, and like, it's a high neck sequin, low back. Like, he's like, can you just wear like a sexy dress? Like, think Tom Ford, think like sexy. And I'm like, okay, you know what? You're right. I shalt be sexy. So I have asked Godoy to make me a sexy dress. We based it on all these things, and it is very sexy. It's like as sexy as, remember Jack's rehearsal dinner dress that was like kind of see-through sexy? Like, anyway, it's like, it's metallic, and it's got like 2 panels, and then it's got like no back, and there's like a little butt thing. Anyway, it's very sexy. And I went for my first fitting, and I was like, we have made a mistake. There's no corset, there's no fabric. Like, it's flimsy. And I'm like, so then I made them get like a little fur that I can like wrap around myself when I'm like walking around. Anyway, we'll keep you posted at the Grammys this weekend. If it looks good, if I'm not wearing it, it's because the network didn't approve it because it's too sexy. But I'm trying it.
Are you going to wear your Skims bodysuit underneath it?
I hope so. I wish.
What was that, Kelty? Was that an ad?
No,
I literally just got it.
Okay.
I was going to say, I hope it wasn't an ad, because it was not a good ad.
No.
It was not a good advertisement for the product.
I mean, it was, if you truly want to massively change your body shape. Like, it really did what it said it was going to do. But that
it did exactly what it said to do.
Shocking.
I wish the Skims bodysuit, I tried on this drag queen cat suit that like gave you a butt and boobs. I wish it had a half a cup. Like, it was like a
Too
full.
much.
Yeah, but I can see that. Like, I didn't need the outer thigh. I would take a little bit of butt and the boob press up, and then it being so, like, if you were wearing a column dress, that whole thing being so seamless is pretty nice. Like, if you're getting married or whatever, like, because you don't have like, anyway, the wrinkles. Anyway, no, it wasn't an ad.
My friend does just a really subtle butt pad, like underwear with stuff like that. That's what you can get. She gets it on like Amazon.
I know, that's what everyone sent me. So that's next.
Yeah, that was the whole thing.
My good week is I have a great fact that I found out this week at the dog groomers, which is dogs' eyebrows evolved for our pleasure.
So
dogs were not born with eyebrows.
To make them more emotive?
Yes, to with us. Dogs grew eyebrows, evolved eyebrows so they can get more treats. So they can look at us and give us little facial expressions and warm
rip
our
hearts out.
Foxes, coyotes, all the other animals, sisters and brothers of dogs, do not have eyebrows.
Do you think it's because they watched us with our eyebrows so much and they just mimic, and then over time, like the evolution of them building that? That's
and
so
Callie
crazy.
has a huge brow, and she will give me the brow.
That's so crazy. Wow.
Cute.
Fun facts.
I love it, doggo.
Fun facts. Okay, when we come back, oh my God, we got to talk about pop culture. Okay.
Now back to the Lady Gang.
We're back. Lady Gang, we're starting with the Beckhams.
Okay.
Allegedly, what's happening? Brooklyn Beckham has come out and now had this huge thing saying basically like, I'm never forgiving my family. My mother danced inappropriately with me at my wedding. And then
it wasn't inappropriately with me. It was inappropriately on me. That was the wording, which I think is very interesting choice of words.
Very interesting. And he's basically like, I was only invited to go back into the family when my dad got knighted so I could take a photo op. And I went in the hotel and I waited for him to say hi, but he only wanted to be photographed with me and they wanted me to sell my name. And I don't want to make up with them. I choose wife and I'm never going back to being a Beckham.
Number one, this is speculation. Of course he can do this because she's a billionaire. Her dad's a billionaire. So the Beckhams are like paupers compared to, and you always watch these couples and the loyalty usually lies with the family with the most money because they can kind of control you with the money. I follow Justin Anderson and I know him.
Yes.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Crazy. The celebrity hairstylist that does like Nicola, when he did her, it was probably a favor because he does Chelsea Handler, Cameron Diaz, like Kate Hudson. Every blonde person you see in movies, he does.
Kristen Cavallari.
So he, years ago, I guess was asked who's been the biggest monster that you've done, their hair. And because Nicola had kind of fallen off a little bit, she wasn't really in the zeitgeist anymore. He was okay saying her because she genuinely was a dickhead to him. And I do think that like in the court of public opinion has really helped the Beckhams case. And also
100%.
what's helping their case, else is helping their case is that she dated the Hadid brother. And also he became estranged from the family, allegedly at the hands of her. I do think that like the Beckhams are probably one of those crazy families where there is some weird up things that go on just because it's inevitable with power and fame. But I feel like it's just there's no one innocent in this at all.
No, I definitely think it's like there's a lot going on and there's probably a lot to blame on either side. I think with Victoria, it's like both of their family, they're probably so threatened by the fact that her family has so much money because they're like royalty in the UK. They're probably the most famous pop culture family in the UK. And they probably never thought when they had him and they like sold those pictures to the magazine and they're like the brand Beckham, whatever it was, they probably never thought that there would be a threatening force in their life at all because they were the top dogs. And I just think that is a very interesting relationship period with them.
It's like two alpha families.
Yeah. And I'm like, they're probably all fucking crazy because anybody with that much money is crazy. But it's like,
I also think this isn't to sound shitty, like she's opportunistic, but she's opportunistic. She clearly it's the thing we talk about all the time where you can have all the money in the world, but it can't necessarily get you fame.
Yeah.
And I think she knew she needed to end up with somebody in the public eye. So she got what she needed from the Beckhams and now she financial. She's already famous. They can't make her less famous. If anything, this is really helping to make her more famous.
Yeah.
And she has the money of her family. So it's like the fame and fortune and attention. She's got it all. And so it's not a bad thing. I think people do this all the time. It's all relative. But it's wild that he would post something like this.
Well, I thought it was so interesting the way it's like he decided to just do it on Instagram stories. I'm like, there is a lot of different avenues that you could take to do this.
So
it's like
weird.
You could do an article with a big publication. It's like, but it was weird. It was very interesting. And he was very specific with some things I thought was, I need that video. That's all. That's my
It'll
here.
come. It'll come.
First of all, it would be a great honor for me to have Posh Spice dancing inappropriately on me, on anyone, anywhere. Like, Brooklyn needs to get his mind right. Like, you know what? It's an honor for you to be able to watch Victoria perform because we are all waiting desperately for the Spice Girls reunion that we're not getting. And it's the missing piece. And in my opinion, the only thing that can save the Beckham brand is if Victoria goes back on tour with the Spice Girls. It must happen. That's the only thing. I know that's not the only thing, but that's what I want.
Well, I have two more things to say. One, I thought that was so funny because I'm like, talk about go on girl, give us nothing. She barely moved when she was a Spice Girl.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm like, for her to be dancing inappropriately on him, I was like, in what cells of her body are doing this?
A video has surfaced of her dancing with her own dad, but it's actually in defense. No, it's in defense of her because they were saying she's dancing with her dad in this. She's just a sexy dancer.
She is.
So yes, like she's not giving you like a ton of, high energy moves, but she's a very sexy dancer. And I think that like that came out in defense of her saying she could just be one of those people who is a sexy dancer. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to dance with my son at his wedding, but I'm sure there's going to be some,
sexual appeal.
Flair.
Back roll. Yeah.
Can't turn it off.
Well, the other thing that I thought was so interesting was the Mark Anthony thing. Did you guys hear about that?
Wild.
Where he was like, so there is a blind item at Demois when the wedding happened, and they were saying that Mark Anthony performed their wedding dance, but when he went up there, he didn't mention Nicola or her family at all. He just mentioned the Beckhams and then was like, and then we have the most beautiful woman in the room, Victoria. And it was like, that is the biggest faux pas for anybody to do at a wedding ever. And I guess she like ran off and was super upset, which I would be too. But like, that was so bizarre.
But also, okay, two things. Number one, I think they owe Brooklyn an apology for forcing Mark Anthony on the wedding. Like they're
very
best
random
friends,
choice.
But it's like if it's like that's a weird thing. That's like a do the song at the rehearsal dinner or like later in the evening come out. I don't know if a first dance with like mom's friend is appropriate. But second of all, guys, this is what happens at weddings. Like your mom is going to make you so angry at your wedding. And like Brooklyn, suck it up. And Nicola, guess what? This is what it's like to have a mother-in-law, okay?
Period.
Like mother-in-law, she's number one. She birthed him. She gets what she wants. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Like I think there's a lot of people in the world who have eaten crow at the hands and feet of their mother-in-laws.
That's a great point, Kelty. I mean, maybe she's a little bit spoiled.
Of course she's
no shit.
They're all spoiled. But like if you can't look at it and be like Victoria Beckham is going to be my mother-in-law, I'm going to try to make this work. Like it just seems like it's been bad since they met. And that is just so weird. Like just make it work. Like,
I'm also
oh my God, there goes my mother-in-law.
Right.
Why are you taking it so seriously?
Yeah.
Your mother-in-law is nuts. Yeah. Guess what?
I'm also
leaving
leaving
rest of America's.
It's true. I'm leaving space for the reality that Victoria and Nicola have just met their matches. Because
100%.
men marry their moms a lot. And I think what we could be dealing with is just two kind of douchey people.
J-Lo, Jane Fonda, and Monster-in-Law.
Yeah, they're the same. And I think that like clearly Posh was a fame-hungry, wanted like do whatever it takes kind of person. Clearly Nicola is, because if your dad's a billionaire and you still want to go have to sit at the Golden Globes in style party in 2014 like I did, something in you needs a lot more than what you currently have, which is billions of dollars.
Yeah. Amen.
Oh, yeah. And also what I want to know, sorry, last thing is about the dress. So she's like, mom pulled out of making the dress at the 11th hour. Well, then she's in this Vogue spread, the Valentino dress, and the Valentino team is saying they worked on the dress for a year. So
they met 6 times in Milan and in Florida and in wherever.
So she was always planning on probably wearing the Valentino for the ceremony, and then there was an after dress, or it's a lie, or like the 11th hour was actually 11 months prior. Like, I don't know what that is. And second, like, that's just a weird thing to, like, when there's the paper trail of it.
Yeah. I mean, well, the 11th hour, obviously making wedding dresses, like the 11th hour could have been like a couple months before because that's how it goes with wedding dresses. But she obviously had multiple dresses planned anyways. So,
yes. And also, no offense to Victoria Beckham, I own many of your pieces. She's not like a wedding dress. I mean, I guess she could have made something fabulous, but like if you want to wear more than a slip dress, you're not going to Victoria Beckham for the dress. Like,
no, she was probably stoked that it fell through.
The last thing I'm going to say is I knew something was up with this wedding because Adir did the hair. He does Jennifer Gardner and all these people, and she got bangs the day of the wedding. I read the article. I thought it was so strange that she had bangs. Nicola had bangs, and she's never had bangs before. And then I read the article about the hair, and he's like, in the morning of the wedding, we just decided to cut these bangs. And they weren't, no offense to Adir, I think he's a genius, they weren't even good bangs. It was like she hadn't gotten a bang. It was like they cut a bang, and they're like, we're going to do a side swept bang. And then they were like, oops, no. And then they kind of had to like stick it sideways. Like it's not her best look. She doesn't look the most, she's a beautiful girl. She doesn't look the most beautiful she's ever looked on her wedding day. And I was like, something's wrong. She's having a breakdown. They cut that bang. And now I know, confirmed.
Don't cut bangs. Don't cut bangs.
I have a friend who was at both weddings, the wedding and the vow renewal. And I know she'll never spill the beans because that's just not her style. But like, I want more. She's like, as far as all the things I've wanted to know about everything, like the toxic mom drama, I want to know this.
Yes.
Same. I need to know insider info.
I'll try to get her drunk.
Thank you.
Please.
Okay. Do we want to say rest in peace or not rest in peace? Sorry for your breakup, Carl and Amanda. You know
who? Oh, it's not Carl. It's
who?
Kyle
and Amanda.
It's for the best.
Boy. It's for the best.
It's for the best.
Who wins in that? Amanda's going to have her moment.
She does. Yeah. Well, I saw this post where it was like, he's going to have a rude awakening when he realizes all of his likability was from her. Like,
like every man ever.
Not every man ever, but him very much. Like, she was his only redeeming quality.
It's
like,
true.
He sucks.
And she didn't have a prenup.
She didn't?
No.
I heard she was giving up like her Waterboy stake or something.
Oh, Loverboy?
Or Loverboy.
We just had Vivian too on the podcast, and she just told us the importance of a pre or post nup.
Yeah.
What is wrong with people?
Dum-dums.
As I don't have one. I literally was like, oh, this is going to be a weird conversation, Chris. Okay.
You're listening to the LadyGang.
Listen, it's moving so quickly, but Blake and Taylor, the text messages have come out. I know Jack didn't sleep last night reading them. Jack, what are your thoughts?
I mean, high level thoughts. It does not look good for Blake. Doesn't make her look good. Makes her look even more conniving and more pre-planned from the very beginning before anything happened, that she planned to like take things over and take all of the credit. And she wrote that one. I haven't deep dived it enough as much as I want to, but she wrote that one letter to the PGA where she kind of outed herself of everything that she was doing on the movie because she needed to prove that she deserved this award.
Yeah. Okay. So
what was it?
Yeah, this
is
a
WGA, like the Writers Guild, or
no,
the
it's
DGA?
The Producers Guild.
Producers Guild. Oh,
so
okay.
basically, what Blake did, this is the really damning part of this, is that she wanted to have her cake and eat it too, right? So she wanted to be a producer in the movie, and you have to prove that you've done all of these things. So she wrote this big testimony of like, I scouted locations, I hired these people, I made decisions, I rewrote the script, I did all these things.
She said that she was HR.
Yeah, because on this side, she wants that Producers Guild credit, which is like, a big deal. But then on the other side, with the whole Justin case, she's saying, I was just this employee who was abused and treated poorly, and like I didn't have any power to do anything about it. And so it's like you can't be Jeff Bezos and also be an Amazon worker in the warehouse complaining about the
environment, the work environment.
So, right. So like that is the most damning part of this now is basically, who are you and who were you in it? If you were a producer and, you were doing HR and doing location scouts and had all this power and had so much impact on the movie, well, then it's hard to pull this, I was just this employee being abused card. I think probably somewhere in the middle is where she landed, and so, but that's a very, very damning thing.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say this, but I actually think that these things coming out are also helping her as well. Just seeing how, my gut instinct about him is what Jenny Slate and all these people are saying. Even Ryan Reynolds, where he's like this what's the feminist? The feminist, like this weird cult. Granted, it is a religion, but like the way that he kind of operated out in the world was creepy to me. There was like, what are you hiding? And then the text messages that came out between him and the producer, the financer, his partner, were crazy. You can tell that he's unhinged. This producer friend of his is trying to sort of like manage him, but he's crazy. And then he goes into therapy. Did you see the text with him being like, sorry, man, I just got out of therapy?
Did they
but is therapy a bad
now?
thing? I love therapy.
The way that he talked after post therapy was like, sorry, I'm just managing this little boy inside of me that has been criticized his whole life. And it's, blah, 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 blah. And I just feel like it's those classic, like you can act like a monster, but if you go to therapy and afterwards you explain in depth why you were a monster, it somehow makes it okay.
How was he a monster though?
Well, the text he was sending to the guy, like just the unhinged nature of it being like, and the guy knowing how the business works and knowing that like it is everybody's collaborating. Everybody's collaborating, even though she's being stubborn and all the things. Justin wanted the like hammer to go down and for her to be shut down. And he's telling him that's not really how this works. Like, I can't go to Sony and you're telling me that all these guys have to sack up and get some balls. He's like, she's a difficult person. That's why nobody's able to sack up and get the balls. She's a very difficult person. We're all trying to manage. You could see this guy, Jamie, really trying to manage somebody that is
he's
emotionally.
Like Chris Knighting it. He's
like
Chris
Knighting it with a nightmare client. Like it's, I'm not saying that like Blake and Ryan aren't absolutely crazy and like manipulative and all the things. But if this had been like a normal stand-up guy without his like weird issues, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in. It's like the Beckham Nicola thing. It's like two kind of terrible humans coming together or with terrible qualities coming together. And it's like a clash of the titans.
Can I say this though? I was very interested. I don't want to say proud, but like I felt like Ryan Reynolds and I were the same in an embarrassing way when I read his email.
Yes.
And it was like, oh man, I was at that party and I wanted to come talk to you, but the chairman of Sony really had me in a corner.
To Colleen Hoover?
Mm-hmm. That was that email was probably the best one.
I was like, that's what I would do. I'd be like, hey man, saw you at the Oscars. Sorry, I was in the corner with J-Lo and you know how she is, wants me all the time. Like that was, why would you write that down? Even I wouldn't write it in an email. I wanted to come talk to you at this party, but I was with God and,
because they're narcissists. Like they're narcissists and they think that like these people really are worshiping them and hanging on their every word. So he never would have thought, you know what I mean? Like in his mind, Colleen Hoover, he had her wrapped around his finger. Like it didn't matter. He could put anything, say anything, do anything. She was just enamored with him and Blake. And that's not really the case. And I think that's just how they operate. And that's like the emails between Matt Damon and the wife and the whole thing were just so crazy. But then I thought about it too. And I'm like, this happens every day. This happens every day with all kinds of people. Like, it's like, you're just doing damage control. When something fucks up and you're like, oh, let me reach out to like my most powerful friends so like they can have my back in this situation. So I don't know. I just think like everybody's an idiot in this. And I'm actually really impressed with Taylor Swift because she didn't really get in the mud with it. And she was really like just acknowledging to Blake, like, I've been in the midst of this and I know how all encompassing this is. Like, she was really forgiving and understanding, but also like wouldn't get in the mud with her. And I really liked that.
Yeah.
I love the Taylor Swift, like, hey, I feel like things are weird. And she was like,
you're right.
I thought it was really mature. I was
very,
and here's the interesting thing is that we all think we know Taylor, right? Because we're like, know the songs and know the documentary. And you're like, no, we get to see what she shows us. But you would think that someone who is so dramatic in their songwriting would be like incredibly dramatic in this moment, right? Like if you're someone who like writes all these songs and has these relationships and blows up her life in this big like dramatic way, you would think that when Blake is like, hey, I noticed things off, you would be like, you're the worst person in the world. Like I was
a friend drama on top of it all.
Yeah, exactly. And Taylor was like, your instincts are correct.
Yeah, she's like, just come back to me.
Miss you. And I was like, oh!
Evolved.
Not what I was expecting.
See, that's like the therapized person that is like the good representation of someone who's like done the work, a little bit of work and like growing. And then Justin is just like, cringe, gross, cringe. Everything about, I was like, I know exactly who this person is. He's not a bad guy. He's just insufferable. And he's also a narcissist. It's two narcissists, essentially. Like that's
I think it ruined both of their careers. I think it actually ruined all of their careers.
They're
no one's going to want to work with Blake. No, I think Ryan is, you're like, I think Justin
is super
no one wants to work with, thank God he owns Mint Mobile and he's rich.
No, he doesn't.
But like
so
Justin
rich.
won't ever get anything made again. The publicists, they're all on fallout. Like it's like, the only person who's come out on top is Taylor.
Ryan, I think, is a billionaire.
Yeah,
I think
because he owns a zillion businesses. He was really smart.
Yeah. So he doesn't have to work again. I guess he could like finance his own movie and Blake could star in it and they could distribute it on their own. Like if they really wanted to keep making movies and like they could do it. I'm sure they're going to try.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
It was really just such a delight.
And speaking of narcissists, my last comment of this day is my stan Jennifer Lopez is getting canceled for being a bitch at the GlamBot.
Oh,
I just want to let everyone know that there is nothing more stressful in the world than a GlamBot. I'm telling you right now.
I watched it. Maybe I didn't see the part that everyone's talking about. What did she do?
She wasn't a dick. She literally
Jennifer
just
Lopez. Did not acknowledge him at all. Like, and she faced away from him.
It's nice to see you. As she walks up, she goes, nice to see you. And he goes, good to see you too. And he's like, Jennifer Lopez is a professional. This is not her first GlamBot. She's not like, oh, cool. I don't know. She doesn't fake. Like, in her defense, Jennifer Lopez doesn't fake no confidence to get you to build her up. She's like, she walks in like a red carpet, like she knows who the she is. So she just goes, she's like standing on her spot. The carpet was closed. They were ushering her in. She was like, I got to get this GlamBot. She just goes, she already knows what the she's doing. She's been planning it in that dress. She had the fitting in the dress and she was like, but what are we doing for GlamBot? And she's already rehearsed it in her mind.
She's ready.
So she's not going up to be like, oh, Cole, I hate this thing. I don't know what to do. Do I look okay? Like, she doesn't give a what Cole thinks.
Right.
She's getting her GlamBot in her dress and she's going inside because she's Jennifer Lopez. Like, and Cole knows that. Cole doesn't have to coddle. Cole has to coddle me because I don't know what to do with the GlamBot. I only do horrible GlamBots. This is Jennifer Lopez. She walked up. She goes, nice to see you. He goes, nice to see you too. She goes, what do you want to do? And she didn't even say, I want to do this. She just showed Cole. She showed him what she was going to do.
And I'm like, that's really like.
And he goes, high push, low push. And they do the GlamBot. Like, this is not something to be mad at Jennifer Lopez for. There are far worse things on the red carpet. She comes, she wears a ridiculous dress. There's something for us to talk about. She did her GlamBot. Leave him alone. And then also, and now Cole's getting canceled because someone wanted to hire the GlamBot for the wedding in 2016.
No. I think that this is Jennifer Lopez's PR team that is going overtime.
Digging.
Because it's emails from like 8 years ago that came out of nowhere. And then there was this other video of Jennifer Lopez the other day giving money to an unhoused man. And it was definitely a setup. And it was filmed very specifically that I know that her PR time is working overtime.
That is
and they
hilarious.
should. You know what? She's Jennifer Lopez. This is the kind of PR we want. We don't want a shitty text message. I want you to make sure the paparazzi is there when I'm giving out money. I do think it's very strange that the hating of Cole it has come out at the same time as her. But like,
do you think Cole ever thought, the Glambot man, that he'd be like in the throes of a publicity nightmare?
Well, I wrote him and I said, hey, dude, because we're friends. He was a dancer a long time ago. And I was like, hey, dude, just stay off the internet. I always insert myself. It's like I can't help it. And
he made like a response video about it, and he was really nice.
He was like, I don't care. Like, what? No, but he hasn't done a response since the woman. So a woman in 2016 wanted to hire him for the wedding, and she was like, how much is it? And he was like, well, it's like really expensive, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I know, I can afford it. How much is it? And he was like, it's $300,000. Like, he was a dick, but like it was before.
Because she was probably baiting him because like she wanted to figure out how much it cost. And he probably got things like that all the time.
He didn't even have a real email address. That GlamBot was not a real business at that time. It was 10 years ago. Give this man a break. And everyone's like, oh my God, that's the way you do anything is the way you do everything. I was like, well, you know what? Let's all go through our emails for the last 10 years and see all the terrible late night responses when we're exhausted and we're trying to figure out how to pay our rent. Like, I also wrote someone and asked about the GlamBot. I'm pretty sure I've written Cole when I didn't know him and was like, can we get a GlamBot? And he was like, it's $300,000. You can't afford it, bitch. Like, I'm sure I got that response
annoyed.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But can we stop trying to cancel Jennifer Lopez? I'm pissed.
I don't think
she didn't get a nomination. They're so mad at her that she wasn't like about the GlamBot.
Yeah, they're waiting. They're waiting with bated breath. I think it bothers people. You know what it is it bothers them about like her toxic relationship, which clearly like we're getting in and out. It's like that friend where you're like, just fucking get it together. But like they were seen again together, her and Ben, and everybody's just exhausted. I also just hate when I see like videos of her at her, at things that aren't public, like with a bunch of normies, and she's like center of the room dancing. It's just like,
I know, I get
it.
She's
insatiable with it. Insatiable.
She's a Keltie. Give her a break.
I know, she wants attention. She has a hole inside of her she can't fill. She has a hole inside of her
she cannot fill. She's a Keltie.
There's not enough applause in the world to keep her happy.
It sounds exhausting.
It is exhausting. We're exhausted.
Okay. Well, here, I do want to go back to the It Ends With Us thing, just to say one thing.
Oh my God.
And everyone will understand this because we've all been in situations, like I've done like some shitty movie, right? But when that's what you're living, eating, breathing, something small can seem like so big, right? And things can just, because your world, it's like being on Big Brother because you're on set together 12 hours a day, constant. You're not seeing anybody else. It's all this stuff. And it's like, it's this weird pressure cooker. And so all of these things go down on every production. Somebody went wrong when they made it public. And I don't remember who on which side, but like,
Blake.
Yeah, because what was her
They did the whole expose article.
The New York Times.
It was,
but I think that's
her.
because he was not seen at the premiere.
Because she banned him.
She put him in the basement.
She should have known. She should have known that would have kicked off the anthill. Everyone knows you just keep it together. You do the press together, you do the thing together, and she couldn't help herself. And then it like the whole thing got kicked up. And I know, but I bet you $1 million in hindsight, it's like, why the did we do?
It's not worth it to anyone.
It's so not worth it because now you're like, it was a movie.
We didn't buy the shampoo. The Target's not even stocking. Blake Brown is gone.
It's so crazy.
It's probably great shampoo, but we wouldn't try it because we were mad.
Right.
All right.
Just keep it in the family,
No.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this happened. It gave me so much content for the past year.
Right. I'm glad it happened.
Keep it coming, baby.
But they probably have deep, deep, deep regret.
I don't care
about that regret. Okay. On that note, we will
see you next Tuesday.
LadyGang is hosted and produced by Keltie Knight, Becca Tobin, and Jack Vanek, with social media support from Kali Carrera, audio and video editing from Jared Monaco, and additional support from Steve Delameter and PodcastOne.